I will definitely talk a bit about PulseX because I'm always in love with it. I really haven't done any new math. For right now, like all I could do with my math was it wouldn't tell me exactly how it was going to grow. I just had to assume some S curves and assume, okay, maybe it'll take this long, ramp up in users. It's a little funny how close some of my predictions have been to so far the beginning of this, beginning of the launch for it. But I haven't gone through and tweaked any math because honestly, it's going to take a lot of work to overhaul that thing, make it way more detailed, and it still won't be accurate. Right now has been a great time for me to work overtime instead so that I can DCA into this bottom. And meanwhile, I got to give a shout out to gopulse.com because reading the statistics on there, like they show a lot of the data on their webpage that I was trying to kind of project with my math model. So rather than trying to paint the future, I get to watch what's actually happening on there. And I mean, when the PulseX DEX is doing consistently about 100,000 transactions a day and a minimum of about roughly an average of $10 million volume a day, that's at least about $21,000 of buy pressure in that buy and burn daily. We're coming up on 0.5 trillion tokens burned. It's working absolutely as intended. And in my models, all the worst first years were the best 3, 4, 5 year model outcomes. The more that gets burned early on, the less it's available to do later on. And I think once we actually see some excitement in the product and some pumps, like the activity on the chain is just absolutely wild. And I mean, the price is low, and I mean, yeah, price will start going up, but still with the volume trading. So I'm starting to almost imagine this like a constant burn rate, because if the volume traded and price go up together at the same rate roughly and balance each other, this will just be a constant projected burn rate for the first like year or two until things balance out a little differently. But it is amazing watching those numbers, and I love being able to just surf through the menus on GoPulse and see what's going on in the bridge, what's going on in the validators, what's going on with the PulseX. And it just also blows my mind that when I look at those transactions, they're only talking about what's happening in PulseX, not all the other utilities and protocols that are running on PulseChain. So I mean, this is not a dead chain, and we're pretty much just the sleeping tiger right now, getting ready to pounce. So this is exciting to me, absolutely exciting.
Hey, Top Gun, let me ask you a question. What do you think is going to happen to PulseX when we start automating people's trades when they're asleep 24/7?
Start automating people's trades?
Oh, yeah. Well, limit orders, swing trading will be out the gate day one.
Yeah, if it's trading through PulseX, like it's just more transactions to happen, more going through the DEX. Like the more it's alive, the more that buy and burn works. The more, like, a lot of people are complaining like, oh, it's going down, the buy and burn's not doing anything. Would you want to dump about 500 billion tokens onto the market right now? Like, we can't because it's burnt, but you put those on and watch the price go down from that. That's where the price should be. Like, that buy and burn has spent millions and millions of dollars already in the last 4 months buying up PulseX. Guaranteed drunken sailor bot working as intended. So if people aren't patient, that's all right. I am not crying about these DCA prices. Yeah, I sacked for it, and that hurt a little bit. But hey, that's really come down with all these DCAs I've gotten to have. So I haven't gotten a lot of videos out, but I've gotten a lot of buying done. So I'm making a good amount of this time, and yeah.
But that's a question too. Just to tie those 2 points together around the burn and the question from Crypto Khalil here about burning 6% on average per year. Is it, so if we have, I mean, Tetra, DeFi automation, more transactions going through, stuff like that, is that going to, you know, what we're seeing all the burning right now is just a crazy amount, but like, I kind of think that will go down over time. But if we have more automated transactions and all that, I think it's a kind of point Neil was getting to too, is could that stabilize it somewhere where we just have so much going on that even though it looks like a lot is being burned right now, and that's kind of hopeful in the future, could that become just a thing that even goes up even further? It's a question that comes to my mind.
Well, here's the easiest math for it. So I said we're doing about 10 million a day average, right? So, and we're sitting at around 1/10 of the sacrifice price. If we got back to the sacrifice price, a 10x, and we 10x the volume up to 100 million a day, we'd still be burning the exact same amount of PulseX. If we start doing more volume, or that X goes up higher than our price, we're going to start burning more. But if the price starts going up faster than the volume, we'll see the burn rate slow down. And that's where I think eventually when people realize there's an automated Michael Saylor bot throwing his money in the liquidity pools that will never be taken back out, eventually people go, oh, wait, now I'm seeing the value. So, I mean, at one point, I do expect the price to kind of exceed the volume's capability to burn, and I do think it'll slow down, but not anytime soon.